Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
Slur directed at African Americans spray painted outside Lakeview High School in St. Clair Shores.
Video of a woman in a car repeatedly using the N-word in Pinole has gone viral.
Bet I want you got
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
The black community to realize that that black people are hurting Asians and they need to speak out in their own community.
When we don't know the world.
Oh, no. People didn't say that. Let me say ni hao, okay? We're not Chinese, we're Thai.
Yeah, I know that.
But I might take this chance to also remind you to be a bit more respectful. Don't be racist.
I'm not. I'm racist.
Right.
Don't say that I'm a racist.
I heard you say ni hao, okay? We're not Chinese, we're Thai.
He's trying to
I'm trying
to get out of here.
Me?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Help. Help.
Oh yeah, you definitely going down for this.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
And this story has been brought to you by racism. Racism is accepted wherever true Americans are.
Perfect.
Launched an investigation, but I have learned that this is not the woman's first brush with the law. This video of a woman in a car repeatedly using the N-word in Pinole has gone viral. The argument between the two women happened in this public parking lot in downtown Pinole on Sunday afternoon. Pinole police officers responded to the scene and spoke to both women. In a statement, Pinole police said in part, due to the nature of the verbal exchange between the involved parties, the incident has been classified as a hate incident and is currently under investigation by the department's Criminal Investigation Bureau.
This is really disheartening. We're living in some very trying times.
Felicia Carr of Fairfield reposted the video on her social media and helped identify the woman using the slurs.
With the tensions that's going on and racism is at an all-time high right now, and it was just so much racism, just blatant disrespect. It was sad to see.
I spoke to the mother of the woman now under investigation. She did not want to go on camera, but told me she's sad and has been crying constantly after learning about the video a day earlier. I have learned the woman accused of using the racial slurs has a pending criminal case, charged with repeatedly stealing from Ulta Beauty in Concord. The manager of a nearby restaurant in Pinole tells me the woman had been a customer, laughing by herself. He says she's no longer welcome there. It's not clear what led up to the disagreement caught on video.
It does not matter at all. No matter what the content is, she was out of line. It doesn't matter what transpired before, she was out of line.
Seeing the footage, I'm disturbed, I'm outraged.
Cameron Sasai is mayor of Pinole.
The use of racial slurs, everything from these racist anti-black rhetoric is not welcome anywhere, but especially condemned in the city of Pinole.
It's not a nice word to use and it should never be used. She should definitely be educated on it.
Now, once Pinole police wrap up their case, the Contra Costa County DA will determine whether this woman will formally face charges. Live in Pinole, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Slur directed at African Americans spray painted outside Lakeview High School in St. Clair Shores.
This criminal act is now under investigation. Police, Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly has a story.
Racist graffiti spray painted at Lakeview High School and St. Clair Shores.
They cleaned it up really fast, actually.
A derogatory word used against African Americans was part of the hate speech.
When I received the email yesterday, I just was like, it doesn't surprise me at all. Not one little bit.
This parent has a son who is a sophomore at the high school.
His first year here, he was told that someone was going to mop the floor with his locks.
Hi, I'm with Fox 2. My name is Ingrid. I was hoping to speak to one of the administrators.
Fox 2 reached out to the district superintendent for an interview, and the wait for a response continues. But this is a statement that was sent to families from Superintendent Carl Paulson, which reads in part, "We are taking this matter very seriously and are committed to supporting our students and staff as we work to ensure accountability and healing. Once identified, the perpetrators of these actions will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law." The Macomb County NAACP also released a statement about the racist graffiti, and it reads in part, Our branch is actively engaging with school and community leadership to ensure that this incident is thoroughly investigated and that meaningful accountability follows.
They're very racist here. And I feel bad because we still have to experience that, and it's not fair.
And some families say they're so bothered by the environment here that there's only one solution for their family.
They freaking get rid of fried chicken.
I wonder.
Hospital's nice. Something you eat.
Okay, you need to calm down with that. You can't make fried chicken jokes. I don't care what condition you have. Because of your attitude and disrespect towards me as a national company, even your trip today is ended. What does it mean? What does it mean? Today is finished. There's no vacation today. See where you want to show us your passport? He said to me, like, the last time we came, ni hao. So you're glad?
Yes, I know that.
But I might take this chance to also remind you to be a bit more respectful. Don't be racist.
I'm not. I'm racist. Don't,
right.
don't say that I'm a racist.
I heard you say ni hao, okay? We're not Chinese. We're Thai.
Okay.
So try that again, and I will have you deported.
Really?
Yes. You said ni hao.
Sorry?
You said ni hao.
Ni hao?
Yes, this is not how you say hello in Thai. Because of your attitude and disrespect towards me as a national operator, today is ended. So after this, you're gonna have to.
No, you don't.
Then we don't know the world. Oh, no, okay. People didn't say that. I heard you say ni hao, okay? We're not Chinese. We're Thai.
Okay.
No, absolutely you do. And the attitude towards us is not the same. Especially when you're a guest in our country.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Today is finished. There's no vacation today.
Historically speaking, white people have always been adverse to manual labor. They have always found some way to source out their labor, whether it be tilling the lands, farming their food, mining the mines, the railroads. Now, in the age of manufacturing, it's all of their products, right? And the Chinese have been able to take advantage of this aversion. They've built their whole economy around it, in fact. It's actually funny because it's like a two-step mental process, because in white people's justification that they aren't made for manual labor, they've created a whole economy around servicing where they don't have to do manual labor, and then convince the entire world that people who do manual labor are less valuable. By service providing, I mean all the computer, hello, how are you doing type shit, right? The email drafting and basically the corporate bourgeoisie world, right? And that's really just the slave versus the overseer mindset, right? Someone does all the work and then you have someone manage the workers. That's basically what white supremacy is. Racism has always just been their justification for not wanting to be laborers. And the job market, the corporate world, the college educated, all of that is used to justify their aversion to labor. So here we are 159 years later, which is when slavery ended. We've established an entire economy around managing laborers. We source everything in America because of white people's aversion to labor, and then we slap logos on it, slap all this mental cognitive. Everything that white people have created is jumping mental loops to justify the fact that they do not labor at all. There's no difference in these products. They're all made in China, right? The only difference is they create this sense of branding and comfort around imaging and all of these things to get you to have the mental cognitive to buy the branding, because the products are all the same, because they're all made at the same factory. Everything about white supremacy is just jumping through mental loops to make you forget the fact that they do not make anything, that they are not laborers, that they refuse to do work, right? So that we will continue to spend money and work for them. The economy in America thrives off of all of this mental manipulation, because the truth of the matter is we do not make anything. We just manage everything. We manage our image. We manage the propaganda about who we are to the rest of the world, about what it is that white people actually do for jobs in America. It's all mental manipulation. We're a country of narcissists.
Help!
Oh man.
Help! He is in this building illegally.
I can't believe you just assaulted me.
Help!
You just
Help!
assaulted me.
He's trying to me.
I'm trying to
Oh, yeah, get out of here.
me.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Help! Help!
Oh yeah, you definitely going down for this. I'm trying to you. I'm trying to her, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you something. Watch this. Look at this.
He doesn't live here. Come in. Come in.
What's this?
Come in. He doesn't live here.
What's this?
Oh, fine.
Ma'am, she just assaulted me, ma'am.
If he has a fob, he lives here. Oh, sure. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Ma'am, and she has my vehicle blocked in. You see that? I just want to witness. This is just way beyond. I'm sorry to put you
You
on.
need to go to the office and deal with this. Yeah, absolutely.
Can you come? I don't know who she scared me. She just assaulted me and everything. I'm scared.
Will you call 911 for me?
No, and she's
No, you need to go to the office and deal with this. So we call the cops. Okay.
She's trying to say I'm her.
If he truly lives here and you call the cops, you're the one in trouble, not him. Okay. And since she's just sitting there, go to your apartment. Just get out of her way. He doesn't live here. No, he doesn't. Kobe said no.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you have my vehicle blocked?
Why are you parking out there?
This is crazy.
Good boy, Kobe. Good boy. You better get your ass out of here. Good boy, Kobe. Oh, now he's going. Someone else is coming here that knows he doesn't live here. You don't live here.
What building do you live in? Which one do you live in?
Tell him to get out of your way. No.
Which building do you live? Which unit you live in?
Which building?
Which unit you live in?
He's illegally.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a nice day.
Are you supposed to be in here? Kobe, no, he's not. He thinks he's
She's doing
He thinks he's Kobe. No. You need to get out.
No.
Yeah, you need to get out. Out. Get the get
Where
out.
do you live?
He lives in 911.
In what?
911.
9/11? There is no
Get out.
9/11.
There is not. No, he needs to get out.
There is no 9/11. Oops. Hey, don't let him.
Get out.
Y'all is
Hey,
y'all is definitely going.
you're not supposed to be in here.
Yeah, I see. It's racist.
Can you call the office? You have?
And he lives in 911.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna call the office.
No, that.
Got in there?
No, that ain't.
He's not supposed to be here.
No, you gonna take her word over it? You don't even know the situation. You gonna take her word? Because she just assaulted me. How am I not supposed to be here and I got access to be here? I'm over here visiting my mother.
Well, there is no 911 here.
No, I mean, she's mistaken what unit I'm going in. Do I have to tell her what unit I have to be? I mean, she's a stranger to me.
Okay, go with her then.
No, I'm not with her. She's trying to assault me. Are you with her? She just tried to.
It's okay. They're calling the office.
Hello? Hello? Who's that? Hello? Can you? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear me?
So let's just take a deeper look at racism, right? So the story says this: Judge in Carmelo Anthony's murder case hires added security as FBI investigates threat. A black judge has become the subject of harassment after some decisions made in a high-profile teen stabbing case that is captivating the nation. Judge Angela Tucker has received threats and had her private information released to the public after lowering Carmelo Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250K. It was reported that the Collin County Sheriff's Office beefed up Tucker's securities following her decision on Monday. It goes like this. The CCSO stated that court staff and concerned citizens reported that menacing remarks made against the official, and now its team of investigators as well as the FBI are probing the matter. Additionally, the CCSO has also stated that it's on the hunt for any party who has released private and/or personal information about the judge and made it public. If the individual responsible is identified, the CCSO have stated that potential charges could include unlawful disclosure of residence address or telephone number and obstruction of retaliation. The celebrity gossip site also stated that Tucker made her ex page private following Monday's hearing. Her decision came after the 17-year-old's attorney successfully argued that his $1 million bond was unnecessary because he does not have a criminal history. Prosecutors argued for the $1 million bond to stay in place, claiming it was the standard for a murder case in Collin County. Tucker also ordered Anthony to wear an ankle monitor and remain confined to his parents' home. Next story. A Palo Alto woman faces hate crime and battery charges after allegedly spatting on a person and yelling racial epithets. This is what is known. The incident occurred Saturday at around 6 p.m. at Layton Plaza on University Ave, where police responded to reports of a fight. At the scene, officers found a man in his 60s who had been attacked. Authorities stated that the victim was sitting in the plaza when he was approached by a woman who, without provocation, spat directly on him while shouting a racial epithet directed at black people. The man left the plaza as the suspect continued yelling. Officers located the suspect, 50-year-old Lisa Madden, and arrested her on charges of battery and hate crime. Authorities have also stated that Madden continued to hurl racial epithets at the victim, even in the presence of officers. So, some more racism, right? You have what appears to be a Latin woman deciding on X that she wants to try to highlight, that she wants to try to make up some type of a story where she is stating that, oh, look at Carmelo Anthony, look at this rich home that they have, look at these cars that they're buying, look at the shoes, look at the suits, this is so ridiculous, look at what they're doing with taxpayer money, look at what they're doing at the money that was donated. And the craziest part is that this is a narrative that they are literally spinning at this moment in time because they have nothing else to really run with or go away with. They're trying to make it seem as though that Carmelo Anthony and his family used all of the money to buy some Nikes, to buy some high expensive suit for $100K, whatever car that they have, and on top of that, move into a new home. Now, the thing that a lot of these folks don't want to tell you, and again, the same woman that is up there, she has the image or the picture of the inside of Carmelo's home, and she decided to go online and try to match that up with some other real estate, I guess, somewhere in the area, and she also put the address out there on purpose because she wants something to happen. And the way that they will try to excuse it is to say that, oh, you know, I just did some research and, you know, I just put information out there. I didn't specifically tell anybody to do X, Y, and Z. You said it without saying it. And again, that's ridiculous to even go that far to do something like that. And as I've stated before, I've showcased stories where students weren't even black. So you can't even list black and try to say bliggity, bliggity, bliggity black, everything black with a baseball. You can't even do any of that. And we have stories right now going on that are similar to this, and white people don't have that same energy. They're not trying to, oh, let me find out where this person stays. Let me find out the address. Let me find out the parents. I wonder how they're spending the money. I wonder who's helping to raise money and this, that, and the third. They're not trying to do any of that because they don't care. When it deals with their own people, when it deals with their own community, white people do not care. The only reason that white people care about this incident is because one of the students is black. If anything came out to basically state that Austin McCav was a bully, was this, was that, white people still wouldn't stutter. They still wouldn't move. They would say, oh, yeah, well, you know, he may have been a bully, but that doesn't mean that, you know, X, Y, and Z should have happened or, you know, things should have been handled differently. And nah. And I'm going to reiterate, the moment in time that somebody tells another person, another human being, to leave them alone, you leave them alone. That's how everybody was raised. That's how everybody was raised. You leave that person alone. You do not tempt fate because you don't know who anybody is out here. And this is when I happen to tell people that you should never look down upon another person. You should never disregard another person and think that, oh, well, you know, I'm obviously stronger than him. I'm more this and more that. And you think that you can just do whatever it is that you want to do. And in a lot of instances, people will be sorely mistaken. They will inevitably find out the hard way. So this is that other portion of racism, and this was taken directly off of X. As you can clearly see, you have a lot of white folks out here that want to call Carmelo Anthony George Floyd 2.0, which again makes no sense. Again, they try to make things up. They try to, you know, make some funny ha-ha, hee-hee, but say that they're serious at the same. Like, again, it's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. And these are the same individuals that say that black people are obsessed with white people. But every single year, several times during that year, on X, I see George Floyd popping up. And they're making memes, they're doing AI pictures, they're having some random topics and conversations. Again, it doesn't make any type of sense. And as I've normally been on X, typically black people tend to stay on their side. They tend to mind their own business. And they tend to worry about their own things. Whenever it deals with a lot of white folks directly out there, they can't seem to mind their own business. They can't seem to tend directly to themselves. And because they can't manage or handle or be around themselves long enough at all, because they'll just start going crazy, they have to have a distraction. They have to put in place energy elsewhere. So this is what they do, on top of trying to, as I would like to call, energy farm directly from the black community by way of making a lot of these threads, making a lot of these posts and saying a lot of, you know, outlandish things. And there were a few people that I was able to spot that specifically stood out. And when I looked at their profile, I noticed that a lot of the content on there was hidden. When I decided to look for said content, it was obviously a very, very racist page. Now, they stated that what the person was stating was going against the types of speech that is allowed on X, but also at the same time they were allowed to still hold and have their account. So it's, you know, that is how it is. And this is why I've stated to you guys before that I don't really highlight or have the names directly up there, because a lot of these accounts are paid, which means a lot of these people, they get money directly off of you going back and forth with them. Basically any type of engagement, they'll get things directly from it. So yeah, like I said, a lot of them are very racist. A lot of them claim to be Republican, heavily conservative, Christians, the same thing every single time. But these are the same people that pull up to my platform during live streams and they want to decide to tell us like, oh, we're not racist. It's really the Democrats this and all this other type of stuff and yada, yada, yada. We don't see color and it's always black people that are focused on color. No, actually it's not. Actually, it's not. We don't really speak on or talk about a lot of things up until we've been part of it, or people have called us and they were like, yo, black people, right? Or people want to sit up there and name us randomly in some type of thread or a post, or if somebody just wants to throw a slight directly out there. Those are the moment in times that we typically tend to respond. Other than that, we mind our business. So like I said, obviously other people out here in the United States can't seem to mind the business that pays. So what this video has highlighted to me, and again, I'm showing this video, I don't care how old it was, because it's a video that I haven't seen. So if I haven't seen it, I'm guessing that a lot of other folks directly out there haven't seen it. So I just got to get that out there, because sometimes you got stupid people that want to pull up to the scene and be like, oh, I seen this video. Why are you showcasing this, that? Everybody haven't seen everything that you've seen, right? Genius. But as we were clearly able to see and understand, even in old age, even in mental decline, racism is still prevalent. This woman decided that she's in whatever type of senior citizens apartment building or home, and she still wanted to be racist. She saw a black man there. She decided to, number one, block his vehicle in because she did not feel that he belongs there, which makes no sense. If you're afraid and scared of somebody, you wouldn't use your vehicle, get into your vehicle, use your vehicle, block said person, and then walk into said place where said black person is and claim that you're in some type of fear or some type of danger. Number two, she wanted to say that he doesn't belong there, even though he has a key fob to get directly into the door, even though he stated that he's there to visit and see his mother. So that's obviously why he is there. So he has every right to be there just like everybody else. And then number two, the woman wanted to sit there and she wanted to state that the black man is trying to attack her. Color me surprised. That woman in her old age, decrepit, she is probably close to 80 or 90, which means that she's seen a lot of towns and cities burned to the ground, turned into ponds and lakes. She's read about those things. She knows the history, right? So again, this is a living library, but a living library on racism. And if this woman in her 80s and 90s is still around, still has this mentality, still believes and feels this type of way, and is still willing to go outside of herself and make a claim that we all know to be untrue because everything is being filmed, what does that then say for her children and her grandchildren, the people amongst her and her community, how it is that they move, that they are raised? And this is the main thing that I bring up a lot of the times. But whenever you do, white people tend to skate by. They don't want to pay attention. They don't want to answer any questions because that's like too much of being right. And they don't want anybody else to be right. They want to be the only ones being right. And they also want to say that black people are trying to portray themselves and play victim and play the race card. But at the same time, white people tend to do this on an everyday basis, especially when it deals with certain things such as interracial dating or certain news stories like the Carmelo Anthony case, and they want to try to posture and portray themselves as victims, as people who have to suffer and go through racism. They try to say that the world and society doesn't like white people, has a certain type of anti-whiteness when it deals with them. But yet when I look at this video, I'm looking at America at its greatest, which is racism, which is how they deem, see, and treat other people directly out there who are different from them. Do you think that you had fields of white people trying to correct and call her out? No. Do you think that the white woman that first came into her life was trying to correct her? No, she technically didn't care. She was just trying to regain her breath and go directly upstairs wherever it is that she needed to go. And then magically this Karen linked up with another Karen, which makes me think that these people are known to one another, where they had dealings in the past where they teamed up to more than likely get or cause harm to a lot of black families, a lot of black men, a lot of black towns. That more than likely this woman and the other got together to cause some riots, to call the good old boys to come handle some business, to call the sheriff, to bring some things down, to come teach these uppity Negroes some lessons. And we were able to see that she went right back to her factory default setting, which is racism. No matter the decline in her health or mental health, she was still who it is that she's always been. And this is why I will always continue to state to white folks directly out there that this is you. No matter how far removed you think that you are, it's always there. All it just needs is a little bit of time, and it's going to come to the forefront. One of the main things that my mom still talks to me about still to this day, because she's in the medical field, is the amount of prevalent racism amongst the elderly white folks directly out there. That how, again, they can have this mental decline, their health, they could just be bedridden, but somehow, some way, they can always remember a slur. Whenever it is that they see somebody black, whenever they hear a voice, oh, they want to just drop slurs and say this and say that. Oh, I don't want nobody black touching me. Get away from me. And it's amazing. But yet they say that they don't focus or fixate on race. And that the most racist people out there, because they are focused and fixating on race, is black people. But yet, here we are. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that you were able to see and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.